Hey guys, I understand that usually I have a new history of Duel Links up by now, but unfortunately due to holiday issues and me consistently getting sick over and over again, the video is going to have to be delayed for a little bit. However, in the meantime, I do actually have a little bit of a treat for you guys. Back in January of 2016, I actually won my local regional in Buford, Georgia, which has since been replaced by the Atlanta regional. At the time it was with Pepe Magicians, which was just on the cusp of getting the absolutely broken support that would turn it into the deck that many people know today. Keep in mind, this footage is from almost 6 years ago, so don't expect anything too wonderful from it, and hopefully I'll have the next episode up for you guys in no time. Also, as a quick note, if you enjoy the history of Duel Links, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot with getting these videos out to more people. Thank you.
Alright, this is Mark Hutto. What'd you do, Mark?
I actually won the Buford Regional going 8-0.
That's impressive. What were you playing?
Pepe.
Oh man, show us the deck.
Alright. Start off here. Got 3 Luster Pendulum. It's pretty much standard in Pepe right now. Gets all your combos going, get your resources filled up. Just a good card. Moving on, we got the 4 Mage Engine. 3 Damage Juggler. Damage Stopper plus Searcher. Stops Wavering Eye is just a great card all around. 3 Plush Fire. Your main floater really. Can bring out any Perform Mage from the deck. A lot of stupid combos you can do with him in Luster Pendulum. 1 Mirror Conductor. I really don't care for him too much, but you do want to have at least 1 Pendulum target off of Plush Fire so you can actually continue Luster Pendulum plays. 1 Trick Clown, amazing floater here. Also can recycle your graveyarded Plush Fires and such. And then 1 Hat Tricker, mainly just to continue your plays and also to have a way into Beast. Moving on into the Magician Engine, actually. 3 Skull Crobat Joker. It's an amazing search card, level 4, able to be brought back through your pendulum scales and whatnot. I did a lot of really stupid combos with him, which we'll get into later. 3 Wisdom Eye. Searches out any of your magicians. Level 4, good for pendulum summoning. Just amazing card.
Oh yeah.
2 Dragon Pit and 2 Dragon Pulse.
Okay.
I opted to play 2 of each rather than just one or the other.
Right.
Namely because I value the Dragon Pit pop for the back row, and then Dragon Pulse Magician is a level 4 Earth, so he is away in a Naturia Beast.
Okay, because what you see with a lot of people is 2 Pulse, 1 Pit. Okay. So did the second Pit ever come in clutch for you?
Actually, it did, because there was a point about mid-game where he popped my Pit, and I needed a way to get rid of his back row.
Right.
So I did actually manage to get into the second Pit and get rid of the back row, which was a Grand Horn and would have shut me down.
Okay, impressive.
So it did come in clutch. Then, moving past the Magician Engine, got 2 Garnet. I played Brilliant Fusion in here. I personally prefer 2 over 1 because if you draw into 1, that way it's not dead. Also, he's also an Earth level 4, so he's another way into Naturia Beast. So I run 3 different monsters that can get into him.
Okay, that's cool.
1 Polymero, your way into Naturia Beast.
Yeah, there he is.
The clutch card right there. Mask Chameleon, great way to bring back any of your 0 defense monsters, whether it be Luster Pendulum, Gymnite Garnet, or actually in a rare case, I think I did it one time during the tournament, Ignister. I actually was able to bring him back using using Mask Chameleon. And then the real MVP of the tournament, Part Naga.
Oh my god, Part Naga.
I run the 1 Part Naga solely for the attack boost. He's a scale 3, searchable off King of the Feral Imps. I distinctly won 2 rounds because of Part Naga's attack boost, because they were anti-meta decks, and anti-meta decks typically have the tendency of their big monster to shut you out is 2200 attack.
Right.
Using him with Skull Crobat Joker, you can get over it.
Okay.
And he is searchable off Skull Crobat Joker as well, so that makes it all better.
That's true.
And then last monster in the deck, 2 Maxi.
2 Maxi.
You gotta have it at this point. Meta's too special summon heavy to not do it.
You really do.
Moving on to spells. 3 Wavering Eyes.
3 Wavering Eyes.
Really no surprise.
Did you ever
there.
agree to side it out?
Never. I will not side out Wavering Eyes. Even though it would make the match more skill intensive, I really believe that Wavering Eyes can win the mirror match.
That's right. You got to play to
And
win.
as long as you know how Damage Juggler works, it shouldn't really be an issue.
True.
3 Pendulum Call. I did opt to play 3 over 2 just because I like to be able to see my scales opening every time.
Right.
And actually, the funniest thing is, it really won me the last match of the tournament. Even though I never even resolved it, I played it on a beast just so I could discard Damage Juggler.
Okay.
So it's another way to put Damage Juggler in the grave. 3 Brilliant Fusion. It's Foolish Burial on steroids mixed with a double summon.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just an amazing card.
That card's busted.
However, I will say I did not see it a single time after round 3.
Really?
In any game, in any match, I did not even see it after round 3, which makes me kind of sad. But I apparently didn't need it.
Right, for real. 8-0, it speaks.
And then last card, 2 Instant Fusion.
Instant Fusion.
I am of the belief that you want to play one more copy of a card than you want to see in a game. So, for example, I run 1 Norden, so I play 2 Instant Fusion.
Okay.
I run 2 Seraphonites, so I play 3 Brilliant Fusion.
Okay.
That way you see it as often as you can. Although with Brilliant Fusion, it seems like that didn't really happen too much. But
Very true.
We can deal. Moving on to the extra deck, we got 2 Ignister.
2 Ignister.
The big booty.
That guy.
He will OTK like you've never seen something OTK before, all with the help of a Perform Mage Trapeze Magician. Stardust Dragon. I don't think I made him the entire regional. The only reason I played him, though, is because the mirror match does hurt, and he is a stop to Wavering Eyes.
Right. He also can stop their magicians.
Oh, yeah.
Because they destroy themselves, and he'll negate and destroy, so they'll lose their Wisdom Eye off of it.
Just Stardust is an amazing card to bring out. Though, again, I don't think I made him the entire tournament. The true champion, though, the big boss monster to end it all, Omega.
Omega, that is such a good card.
It won me 2 rounds in particular. Round 4, when I ended up tearing up a high-speed Roy Domenko out of my opponent's hand for the game.
Oh my goodness.
And then round 8, when I was able to recycle my Damage Juggler to get the last clutch play off.
Right.
And then last synchro, Naturia Beast.
That card
wins you the mirror match so often. Again, round 8. Round 8 was a really interesting one. It was a big Pepe mirror match, and every game, one of the players made Beast. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, last game, we both made Beast. It was kind of funny. Moving on to the fusions, like I said before, 1 Norden, 2 Seraphonite.
Okay. 2 Seraphonite.
I prefer 2 because I like having Brilliant Fusion live later in the game.
That's true.
It allows you to just put a Damage Juggler in your graveyard when you need it, or Trick Clown for that matter. Puts Garnet in there so you can target it with Mass Chameleon. It's a versatile card, and then Norden is Norden. Actually, the funniest thing is I didn't even summon Norden until the last match of the game, or the tournament, whatever. Moving on to Exceeds, Diamond Direwolf.
Diamond Dire.
He's pops the back row, gets rid of problem cards, so on and so forth. Magister Paladin. I love this card so much. It allows you to continue your Draco Slayer loops. Good card to open up with. Just an amazing card all around. Abyss Dweller, one of the funniest cards to drop in the mirror match first turn.
Oh yeah.
Being able to lock someone out of a lot of Perform Mage loops is pretty nice. Trapeze Magician. That right there is probably the Exceed I made. Actually, the second most. I did not make him the most because I don't you don't open with him. You open with King of the Feral Limb because that's how you get your search off. But he is your OTK causer, so he's easily the second most made card I did the whole weekend. Ragna Zero. I personally didn't really care for him that much. I probably would have swapped him out for something else.
That's true. You only run the one mirror conductor.
Yeah,
so.
since I only run one mirror conductor, I probably am going to swap Ragnar Zero out come post-Bosch. But, you know. The one Castell, get rid of problem cards by spinning them away. And then one King of the Feral Limp. You have 3 targets for King of Feral Limp in the deck. You have Mascamillion, Polymuro, and Partnaga. So you will almost always have something to grab with King of Feral. Probably what a lot of people are noticing with this extra deck is there is no Emerald. And the reason there's no Emerald is, quite honestly, I couldn't get him in time.
Hey, I know that.
He's a great card. I would definitely play him in place of Ragnar Zero. But in all honesty, I just couldn't find him in time.
Right.
Like, a lot of people didn't have him.
Yeah, I had that same issue.
Yeah, moving on to the side deck.
Let's see it.
We got, in particular for Cosmos,
Oh, yes.
the Chimera Tech engine. I actually opted to play Cyber Dragon over Cyber Dragon Core because even though he can be bottomless, I don't like wasting my normal summon on a core, namely because of the fact that I run Skullcrobat Joker, because I run Polymuro. You need your normal summons in this
Right.
deck. So, like, even though you don't have many monsters you normal summon, you do still need them.
Did you play against any Cosmo?
I played against Cosmo 2 rounds. One was Cosmo Artifact, which, quite honestly, I was just able to get rid of his scythes pretty easily, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And then the second round, not second round, it was like round, I want to say 6. No, it was 5. It was in there somewhere. That round, he didn't even see his ship. He bricked so hard in game 2, and it wasn't even fair, honestly.
Did you ever make Chimera Tech?
No, I did not. I had him, though. I had him.
That's true.
The one card I probably would not have played in my side deck had I had a choice, Flying Sea. I don't like this card. I prefer Stygian Dirge, but unfortunately I couldn't get a second copy of it in time. I have it now, so this card is out. But it did save me 1 game, so I can't really complain there.
Right.
3 MST.
Ooh, very nice.
I just like having the MST in the games where I feel like I'm going to need it. In particular, I sided in against, I actually brought this in against the second Cosmo player the second he revealed to me Anti-Spell Fragrance.
Right.
So I pretty much took out the Wavering Eyes against him and then brought in the MSTs because you don't really have anything to Wavering Eyes against in Cosmo. And he brought in Jinzo, which I found hilarious because I didn't have a single trap in my deck. Deck Devastation Virus. Really interesting card. I don't think I didn't side it in the entire tournament. I mainly have this against like rogue decks. In particular, I do not like Madolche.
Okay.
So I bring that in typically against Madolche. It's actually a lot easier to get off than people give it credit for. King of Feral Imps is a target to use with it, but the one I use it most commonly with is Skullcrobat Joker after being buffed by Partnaga. Because he is a dark.
That's true.
So, really, really good card there. Imperial Iron Walls. It's not for the Cosmo matchup, it's actually for the Infernoid matchup because I absolutely hate Infernoids with a burning passion. Luckily, I didn't see them the entire weekend, so didn't really need it, but still glad I had it. Stygian Dirge. Again, I would love to have had 2. It shuts down Pepe. It just completely shuts them out because it changes their scales.
Right.
Typhoon. Once again for the mirror match. Pop scales. Also it's an out to Anti-Spell Fragrance. So. Vanity's Emptiness. I don't main deck it. I use it in the side deck, and quite honestly, I bring it in against any mirror match because it can win you the mirror match straight out.
Right.
So,
anybody ask you to side it out?
A lot of people did ask me to side it out, which I just agreed to not side it in.
Okay.
So, and then last but not least, the true best side deck card of the entire weekend, Solemn Warning.
Solemn Warning in the side deck.
Yeah, I don't like main decking traps just because you want to have as much speed in this deck as possible. But having Solemn Warning in the side was probably one of the best calls I could have made because it saved me at least 3 games the entire weekend. Probably more than that in all honesty because I stopped a lot of really clutch plays with it.
Okay. What do you wind up siding it in against?
Pepe in particular was the main thing I sided in against. I think that's actually... No, I also sided it in round 4. Actually, you want to just go over matchups and such?
Sure.
Okay, so round 1, I played against a Pepe player. I didn't even know he was playing Pepe because, quite honestly, I OTK'd him both games because he opened horrible. Mm-hmm. I honestly kind of felt bad for it, but you do what you gotta do. Round 2 was Odd Eyes Magicians. I remember that one actually went to a game 3. It was kind of tough because he made a Vortex Dragon on me mid-game and I couldn't really do anything to stop it then. But game 3, he made it right off the bat, and I still had all my resources. I was able to power through it. Wasn't that big of a deal. Round 3 was Cosmo Artifact, which that game was very interesting. I barely won game 1, and then game 2 went on forever because he had every floodgate imaginable. 2 Max C, Mistaken Arrest, and 3 Artifact Sight. The only reason I was able to win that one is because Part Naga with Skull Crobat Joker is amazing, and then also Mirror Conductor. When he finally got rid of my Part Naga, Mirror Conductor went down, I changed his scythes to 800 attack, beat over him. I was able to get through it because of that. Round 4 was probably the most interesting deck. It was a Shadal Zombie deck. It was really weird. He had a tendency to drop Winda on me pretty early on, so I was able to just make Skull Crobat Joker, Part Naga, get over it. The only real issue I had with him was that he played Menko, High Speed Roid Menko, which a lot of people actually don't know about. He special summons himself when they direct attack and changes all your opponent's monsters to defense mode.
Okay, like a pseudo battle fader.
He's a pseudo battle fader, yeah. But the thing is, he's a level 4, so he makes all your other exceed plays possible.
Right.
I was just glad I had Omega to tear it out of his hand so I could end the game. Round 5 was Cosmo. That one, it was a good back and forth game 1, but game 2, which he actually dropped a anti-spell on me in game 1, so that locked me out. Game 2, it was a lot of back and forth, but I ended up just taking him down. Game 3, he didn't see a single ship the entire game, and because of that, I was able to OTK him pretty easily. Round 6 was Pepe. I don't really remember too much about that, or round 7 for that matter, which was also Pepe. It was just your standard mirror match. The only one I really remember a lot about was round 8, because that game was a lot of back and forth. Naturia Beast, again, was made every game. I know he made it game 1, but I won that one. I made it game 2, he won that one, which I found kind of weird that Naturia Beast. And then game 3, we both made it at some point. Luckily, he made it on me right off the bat, so I was able to use my resources, go in and destroy it. But because of that, I was able to make my own about mid-game and lock him out of his deck.
Okay.
But yeah, ended up going 8-0. There were about half rounds were 2-0s, half the rounds were 2-1s, but it was a good tournament.
All right. Well, good luck at Nationals.
Thank you.
All right.